Hello and welcome to my rickety chicken run.
When you say rickety, it reminds me of Adam Ricketts. You remember him?
I do remember him, yeah.
He had a right six-pack back in the day, didn't he?
Back in the day, yeah, he probably hasn't got it now. He's probably older than me by now.
I remember he said he talked to us on Twitter when it was Twitter back in the day. Do you remember
He did,
that?
yes, he did actually speak today. We had a few conversations with him back in the day.
It was a good laugh.
Yeah, it were a laugh.
When we say conversations, we actually mean conversations.
We do, yes. It was nothing untoward.
Anyway, today's vlog isn't about Adam Ricketts.
No, it's not.
We went way off subject then, didn't we?
We did.
So what's happened?
Well, the last week or so, it's been raining, windy, snowing, hailstoning, sleet. You name it, we've had it. So we've not been able to do a lot out here.
Can we just pause there for a second?
Right.
Because if we look up in the sky,
it's blue sky today. Thank the Lord. Because this has taken its toll this last couple of weeks, and it partially collapsed again the other day, and I had to put the poles back up to hold it back up. And tomorrow night we've got a pretty big storm forecast, and if it comes the way they forecast it, this ain't going to be here after the weekend.
yeah, it's one of these where it's a low pressure that deepens really quickly, isn't it?
It is, yes.
They're not exactly sure, but they're saying that we could get winds of up to 85, 90 miles an hour.
And this won't be here.
Well,
So I've got my temporary hack in there has got to be replaced by another temporary hack, which is going to be a little bit more secure, because I'm going to do it with wood this time, and I'm going to build a frame inside, put it up in the eaves, and then secure it to the pallets and all that sort of stuff. You'll see what I'm going to do, but it's going to be more secure and hopefully hold it for this storm, because we've not been able to build the new coop yet because the weather hasn't been fit.
It's been 3 months since the blizzard that caused the chicken enclosure to collapse, and we've been doing what we can to at least keep it standing until we can build a stronger one. Luckily, with the weather looking a little bit more spring-like lately, at least the hens can get out on the croft most days.
So the plan is I've got some wood ready for the new chicken coop, but I'm going to temporarily use some to shore this up. So we're going to have a long piece along here, and it's going to be supported in these joints here. And then we're going to have a piece coming down, several pieces coming down along, and then I'm going to secure those to these pallets down here, so that when this lifts a little bit in the wind, these won't come loose and fall down, because it's going to be secured everywhere. These are going to be replaced.
that all sounds very complicated.
It's not complicated at all. You'll see when I'm building it. It's just a matter of screwing pieces of wood together and then fastening them up, and that's it. Done.
Do you want to do that again? You're making the chickens laugh.
Oi! Last week I had this wood delivered. This is the first lot of wood ready for the chicken coop, but I'm going to have to temporarily use about 6 pieces of this for this new fix that I'm doing until the new coop is built. So I need to get this down there, cut it into size and assemble it and put it up. Oh.
What's that?
8.5 inches.
Moving on.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from the base of the pallet up to this join here. But if you see, it's sagging a bit. So I'm going to give it a little bit more than what it measures, so that it lifts it up and holds it basically. And then we're going to have a post coming down here, post coming down from the other one, and one going across, and that'll hold it up, and it'll be secured to the pallet as well.
So these joints is like the weakest bit then?
It is the weakest bit, yes. If these go, the lot goes.
So that's why you're focusing on supporting just the joints?
Correct. These pallets here, where the hens have been scratting, this soil and sand and everything on top of the bottom run of these pallets. So all we're doing is measuring this up to there, And that is, do you want inches or do you want centimetres, mister?
Well, we had 8.5 inches, so let's stay with that.
67 inches. Right, that one needs to be 67 inches. Let's see what this one needs to be. I'm hoping it's going to be the same, but it's unlikely. That one's 70 inches. Right, let's go measure these up and get them cut. I measured it right. I think I've looked at the tape measure wrong, I think.
You've got 8.5 inches in your head, haven't you? That's where it is.
Let's do it again. We'll try again. 67 inches. Let's go check.
That says 67.
67 inches.
Let's just try it.
I'm throwing the tape down. It didn't look long enough.
It still doesn't look long enough. Is that as high as it should be?
Well, I suppose
It needs to be a bit higher. Yeah, it needs to be a lot higher.
another 2 inch, I think.
Well, we could all do with another couple of inches, can't we?
Oh, here we go.
Another 2 inches. I reckon 69 or even 70.
Yeah, 70 inches, and then 70 inches there.
Well, I reckon if you're adding 2 inches to this one,
No, I don't think we should add to that one
Why?
because that's higher than this. This has dropped. That hasn't.
Ah, right.
Yeah. So yeah, 70 inches, both of them.
Is that not the wrong piece? You measured that piece. That looks better.
Yay! It's better, isn't it? That's one piece, and then the other piece will go here.
But if we look right above your head, the metal's actually snapped on that long piece that goes down the side. Yeah. Is that what's going to happen with that?
It'll fall.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
What I'm going to do, let me just lean that there. What I'm going to do is straighten that out, and I'm going to get a piece of wood, which I haven't prepared it, but I've got an ideal piece of wood up there, and I'm going to put it down here, and I'm going to attach it with some metal cable ties that I've got, some steel cable ties, and that will secure that.
Ah, right. So that'll secure that, and then the long piece of wood will secure the joint.
That's correct.
Well, why are you not Batman?
I don't think I'd suit the cape. Now all I'm going to do is measure between that piece of wood, this piece of wood, for this top bit here, and then go and cut it. So let's measure this. That is going to be about there, which is 87 inches. Woo. I've got me screwdriver, screws and brackets for the bottom to secure it to the pallet. So let's start putting it together.
You don't like Bugs Bunny?
I do, don't I? That better?
Yeah.
Right, all I'm going to do now is brace this really that's snapped here. Well, it's not. Yeah, it's snapped out a bit. So I'm just going to brace it with this piece of wood and some tie wraps. I was going to use metal tie wraps, but there's no instructions with my machine, so I've got to go dig some instructions out before I use it. So these will do.
What's the point? You never read the instructions anyway.
I know, but I don't know how to use it, so I need to read the instructions this time. We'll put one more on for good luck up here. And luckily, I got my snips on me. Easy. It's a little bit more secure now, so it should last.
I'm just thinking, just while I'm filming you, looking over your shoulder, and there's the other drain pipe behind you. I'm just thinking, while we've got this extra wood, why don't we just span across again?
I'm going to do that. All I've got to do is cut 2 more pieces of wood, because it will attach to this one that goes across, and then just one that goes down, and then it will be secure, because that pipe won't last either.
Well, what I'm thinking is tomorrow night when this storm comes and we're sat in front of the TV, well, looking out the window, and it does collapse. At least
it won't collapse, it will leave in one piece.
And it collapses. At least we can say, well, we did everything we could.
It won't collapse, it might fly away. Right, I think I've done the best I can. Let's hope it doesn't fly away. It's more secure than it was, a lot more secure. So all I've got to do now is collect all this stuff up, put it back in the barn, ready for the next disaster.
Beard's gone. I know, shocker, yeah? The thing is, when I was in the bathroom the other morning shaving it off, it felt really naked, but not in a good way. So I'm growing it back again. Now, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, I showed you the barn owl that had been visiting the stable on the Croft. And after I got that footage, I decided to leave the wildlife cameras in there for a few more days to see what else might be going on. And it turns out I've stumbled upon something I wasn't expecting at all. This tiny little outbuilding isn't just a straw store. It's one of the busiest places on the entire Croft. I've got 5 cameras in here, each one covering a different area. It might be a small space, but there's lots of nooks and crannies, and it turns out that every single one of them is being used by something or someone. Now, it all started with Elaine and the other chickens. They're in and out of here most of the day. And while it might look like they're just scratching about in the straw, they're actually setting something in motion without even knowing it. When the chickens forage in here, they kick up the straw and that stirs up the seeds and the insects. Add that to the combination of the warmth, the shelter, the food and the bedding, and it's irresistible to mice. They come in from the fields out in the Croft, and as you can see from the footage, they scurry about mostly at night looking for food. Now that attracted the stoat. It knows the mice are in here before it even comes in. It disappears under the straw looking for a mouse in its own little dark tunnels, and then the stoat reappears and left. I don't know if it got anything. The badger found them too. Now the badger's eyesight's really poor, but its sense of smell makes up for it, and it's able to tell every mouse run, every scent trail. It rummages through the straw, hoping to find, I don't know, some insects, some beetles, or maybe a slow mouse, slow enough to catch. And then there's Billy. Billy's a gorgeous black and white tom. He lives about 1/4 mile away, and he comes in here regularly, especially when it's raining, where he likes to get some shelter. Now, every time he comes in, he gives the place a thorough sniff through, crawls and climbs all over the straw, and he checks the whole stable, nose down, taking in all the scents of the mice, the stoat and the badger. He knows it's a productive spot. After mooching about for a few minutes, he settles right there on top of that shelf, that exact spot, and he sits there for ages, hours sometimes, just completely still, relaxed, dozing sometimes, and watching the floor below for any movement. Now here's where it gets even more interesting, because every single night, within a few minutes of Billy leaving, the barn owl arrives. Every night. It's as if it's been waiting outside, watching, listening and waiting for Billy to go. The owl flies in, it takes Billy's place, and straight away its head's down, locked on the floor, looking for mice. It knew exactly where it was going, and it knows exactly what it's looking for. And that heart-shaped face works a bit like a satellite dish. It funnels the little sounds just enough precision so it can locate a mouse, even under all that straw in complete darkness. It's amazing to be able to watch it all unfolding every day, all this every night, and all set in motion by a few bales of straw and a chicken called Elaine.
The Met Office has issued weather warnings for the North Highlands this weekend as Storm Dave approaches. Storm force winds of up to 90 miles an hour are expected to bring widespread damage, power cuts, and transport disruption.
We don't show you if it survived or not. We're actually stood in front of the Elaine trap.
The Elaine trap.
Has it worked? Has it stopped Elaine from getting in the stable?
No, because we opened the gate now.
Yeah, we open the gate and she gets in the stable. Shall we show the viewer whether the enclosure survived Storm Dave then?
Let's show them.
Do you want to do a countdown or a drum roll? Ta-da!
Of course it survived.
Are you sure you haven't rebuilt it this morning?
I built it. No, I haven't rebuilt it. It's actually stronger than it was.
It is. If we'd have had that frame up when it snowed, it wouldn't have collapsed in the first place.
It wouldn't have collapsed.
So Storm Dave was a little bit of a, well, not a letdown, because obviously it did some damage elsewhere around the country, but not for us. It moved a little bit further south.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a letdown for us. It was just, I farted stronger.
Yeah, the viewer doesn't really want to know that, do they? We were forecast to get 80 to 90 mile an hour winds, and it ended up being between about 60 and 70.
Yeah.
Which is still quite strong.
Yeah.
But it's nowhere as near as bad as we were
poor,
expecting.
really.
So the enclosure survives another storm.
It does.
What news on the new one?
News on the new one? Well, as you know, I've got the wood, because we use some of it in here.
Would you like to rephrase that?
So we're going to start, and I'm going to start by clearing the gorse, which is behind you.
That was quick.
It's like magic.
Now, this actually does look familiar. I remember you started clearing this not so long ago, didn't you?
Yeah, a few weeks ago we started clearing this and chucking it all over there and lopping it down and all that sort of stuff. I think I got distracted by lunch or the telly.
I thought it might have been food related, to be honest. So this has all got to go.
All of it has got to go. And there's a lot.
You better go get your cloppers then.
Oh God, no.
Just 3 years ago, this entire slope was completely clear. Not a single gorse or broom plant in sight. That's how fast they can take hold. Once Sean's finished clearing it, we'll drag everything away to dry out, then burn it and kill off the roots for good. The plan then, transform this into a wildflower slope, bursting with colour and providing the bees with pollen and nectar right across the year. Although knowing us, we'll have come up with at least another half a dozen ideas before we even pick up a spade. I don't like having to hold this, it looks very unprofessional.
Well, you should...
I've got nothing to attach it to.
Well, wear something that does. You always say to me, wear something I can attach it to.
Like a strap-on. I could get a strap-on attachment for my microphone.
You could, yeah. Once again, I'm in scruffs and he's come like a model for Superdry.
My strap-on muff. Well, it's looking bigger, isn't it?
Got something flying around me. Yes, it is.
He's been busy. I'm just going to step back so you can see the glory of Sean's big hole in the ground. It's almost like a glory hole, isn't it?
There's only another acre to do.
Yeah.
Meow. Yeah, I heard it. I was ignoring it.
So what we're going to do with all this roughage? Doctor says we should be having more roughage in his diets at our age.
I'm going to add it to the other piles over there. And then in a couple of 2 or 3 weeks, it'll be ready for burning.
It does look a lot bigger though, doesn't it?
I wanted to just set fire to it, but Colin wouldn't let me.
No, because we'd lose the house. You can see the risk there, can't you? We'd lose the house.
So they cleared it in half an hour.
So it's going to take a few more, I don't know, years, decades.
It's going to take me a while, but I'll get it done.
We'll get it. There's about another 1/4 of an acre of land under all this lot.
Yeah, there is.
So we've got to get it done because it's going to free up a whole lot of land.
Yes.
But that's for next time.
It is.
And the time after.
And the time after that.
So if you've been watching our social media over the last week or so, you might have seen some posts about us maybe buying a motorhome.
Yes.
We posted that on April Fool's Day.
We did.
At 8 o'clock in the morning on April Fool's Day. And some people thought that might not have been a serious post.
It was a serious post.
I don't know why. And then a couple of days ago, we posted another teasy shot of us on a boat saying Foxes Afloat on a much bigger boat. And some of you didn't believe that either. I don't know why.
I wouldn't.
The
either.
comments are hilarious. Some of you, I mean,
Oh, some of you got blocked.
some of you got blocked because you
Really?
were quite rude, but some of you should be on stage, honestly.
Yeah.
Because we've been to a comedy club, and some of you are much better than some of the people we've seen at a comedy club. Obviously, you're brilliant, honestly, aren't there? But we'll reveal more, because there is some truth to one or more of those posts.
There is.
Oh, the sun's coming out. We'll reveal more about that over the next couple of weeks in other vlogs. But that's it for this one.
Is it? Are we done? Oh,
Well,
thank God for that. I'm
Sean
knackered.
told me that that's it for this vlog.
I'm hungry.
He's hungry now and he wants to lie down. I just said to him before we started, "You look troubled, Sean," and he just says, "I'm tired, Colin. I'm tired."
I've been doing that.
So that's it for this one. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you are not already, change has hand. Please subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, hit the notifications bell on YouTube. Might let you know every time we release new content.
It won't.
The best thing you can do if you want to help support us as a channel is to join us on Patreon or become a YouTube member. You get loads of exclusive content.
Yeah. I mean, we've got 100, how many thousand? If they want to help, we've got...
Don't start. Just
No.
leave them alone.
No,
They're
why
tired.
don't they all, every single one of them buys a lottery ticket, we'll have a good chance of winning.
Yeah, we would. Don't worry, I'm going to take him for something to eat and he'll be fine by next week. Join us for the live, if not before then, on Wednesday evening, or catch up on the last one. Just go onto the channel and you can watch them all from there. Hours and hours of crap.
Rubbish on
to
there.
soak in.
Have we done Patreon?
If we've done
Have we
Patreon.
done that?
Yes, we've done
I'm not
that.
paying attention.
No, he's not. Right, we're off. We'll see you next time. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra.